CEO.CA, the leading community for investors in junior resource and venture stocks. My name is Amrit Gill, and today we're joined by James Sykes, CEO of Baselode Energy. They trade on the TSXV under the ticker FIND, FIND. Welcome back to the show, James.
Hi, Amrit. Always happy to be here.
Can you give us a backstory about Baselode Energy and the ACKIO project?
Baselode Energy is a uranium exploration company with assets up in Saskatchewan's Athabasca Basin area. We have a different focus on our approach, and we're looking for near-surface, basement-hosted, high-grade uranium deposits that are all close to infrastructure and pre-existing mills. So in our first drill program, we discovered our ACKIO deposit on our Hook project. And we're very excited because it fit everything exactly that we were looking for. It fit our thesis, and we're pretty confident that there are more of these type of deposits out there.
You last spoke to CEO.CA in July. What has the company been up to since?
We completed a 7,500 meter drill program. Very happy with the results in that we had three major successes. One being we've discovered more mineralization at depths that were previously unexplored, and it remains open at depth. So ACKIO can grow with deeper mineralization. We've also expanded our Pod 7 quite significantly. We've expanded it in width, in length, and in depth, and that still remains open in many different directions. And our exploration drilling also has confirmed that alteration is widespread, immense, and there's mineralization within that alteration. So the plumbing system is there within the whole ACKIO region, and it's not just this isn't a small one-off deposit. There's potential for a lot more of these things.
You are reporting results from the 7,500 meter diamond drill campaign conducted this year. What has this drill program revealed about the mineralization at the project?
Yeah, we've had quite a bit of successful results. Mineralization has grown in many different directions. We've had some encouraging results at depth, notably hole 88, which had about 0.3 meters over 16.5%, and that starts below 150 meters beneath the surface. That's our best deep intersection, and it's open at depth, which is very encouraging. Knowing how some of these structures within the Athabasca work, some of these things can go for kilometers deep. So we see a lot of potential down there. Hole 92, we hit multiple zones of mineralization throughout there in pods 4 and 5. Combined total thickness of about 20-30 meters of mineralization. So it's a robust system in that ACKIO has quite a bit of mineralization to it. It's not just a one-stop pod. There's multiple pods, which enables us to have thicker mineralization. So very excited about everything we continue to achieve at ACKIO.
Can you tell us specifically about what you've seen in Pod 1 and Pod 7?
Pod 1 has always been our favorite zone. That's where we see most of the high grade, and it's also the first zone where we had mineralization starting at the overburden contact. More recently, in the results that we've just released, we've had outstanding hits in Pod 1 as per usual. Hole 95, for example, 0.4% over 35 meters basically. And do you want some high grade with that? Of course you want some high grade. Everybody loves the good old fashioned Athabasca high grade. Within that interval, you've got 1.1% over 7.5 meters, and all of that starts within 50 meters from surface. It's such a wonderful zone that it was exactly what we were looking for. And so as we go through Pod 1, a lot of these drill holes drilled right into Pod 7 on the lower parts of Pod 7, which Pod 7 is also now the second zone that we know starts at that overburden contact. So within 30 meters, 32 meters from surface. So when we're looking for these open pit potentials, that's what we're seeing. Now we've got two zones with that open pit potential. But yeah, hole 95, the second part of hole 95, also intersected, was it 0.11% over 20 meters or something like that? But it was another big, robust hit. We continue to show that these pods at ACKIO are not just these meter wide intervals. They are large. And when you consider the cutoff grades for past mining operations in Saskatchewan, vary between 0.1 and 0.2%. So when you see 0.1%, you know that's a cutoff grade. And that's when you see 20 meters of 0.1 or greater than 0.1, that's a pretty significant hit. Like that's not something to walk away from.
And James, what are the timelines for release of remaining assays?
We're going to continue to put them out in tranches, I guess. We're trying to build the story as we progress north. So we'll have a news release about one every week to week and a half, and they will continue to advance the story in a logical order. The last ones that we'll probably put out would be more towards the exploration side of things, where we've had encouraging results worthy of follow-up. But by the time mid-December rolls around, we should have all of our assay results out in the public. And come next year, we're looking at continuing our whole educational series that we founded the company on, and we'll be putting out more detailed news regarding all of our projects and ACKIO specifically. So lots of news for investors to really get in on, and just follow the company and learn about the Athabasca Basin, learn about the uranium industry as you follow Baselode in the months to come.
And on that note of news, you recently closed over $10 million in financing. How will that money help to advance your projects?
Oh, it's a huge boon for our projects. Combined with the money that we had from this year's financing as well, we have $11.5 million in exploration budget for next year. We have submitted permit applications with Saskatchewan's Ministry of Environment to drill all 4 of our projects. We're looking at a drill program on Bear, Catharsis, Hook exploration, and then also going back, the bulk of the focus will be on ACKIO, and we're looking to get back into Shadow next year as well. Very, very active, lots on our plate, and with the exploration dollars we have at our hands, we'll continue to expand ACKIO. But we're even more hopeful that we've got a few more discoveries on our hands with additional exploration on Hook and our other projects.
Is there anything else you would like to tell the community at CEO.CA?
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for all of your support, investors and followers. Greatly appreciate it. Baselode's been on a great run since we listed publicly. We have an amazing asset in ACKIO that I think is world-class in itself. You can't even count on your hand the amount of high-grade deposits that start near surface. And ACKIO is certainly one of those, and especially being within trucking distance of a mill and other built infrastructure, it's a great asset. There's so much potential for ACKIO to just help in the nuclear society that continues to grow in our future. So I would love to see ACKIO be mined in the future, in the not too distant future, as nuclear energy is needed and will continue to be needed as we become more of an electrified society.
Thanks so much for joining us today, James.
Thank you very much, Amrit.